Today we will discuss few questions. Yes, the question is, if lines y equal 3x plus 1 and 2y equals x plus 3 are equally inclined to the line y equal to mx plus 4, find the value of m. Let this line be L1, this line be L2. I have written it as y equals 1 by 2x plus 3 by 2. And L3 is y equal to mx plus 4. Now the question is, L1 and L2 are equally inclined to L3. That means if this is the line L3, this is L1, suppose, and this is L2. L1 and L2 are equally inclined to L3. That means angle between L1 and L3 is same as angle between L2 and L3. So let theta be the acute angle between L1 and L3. Then theta will be the angle between L2 and L3 also, because L2 and L1 are equally inclined to this angle line. Now for line L1 and L3, acute angle between L1 and L3 is theta. So tan theta will be equal to, yes, we know that if theta is the acute angle between the lines, then tan theta is equal to m2 minus m1 over 1 plus m1 into m2, where m1 and m2 are slopes of the lines. So here we are talking about L1 and L3. So I need the slopes of line L1 and L3. Now look here. These three lines are expressed in this form, slope-intercept form. Here m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So on comparing this with this form, slope of line L1 is 3, slope of line L2 is 1 by 2, and slope of line L3 is m. So tan theta will be equal to 3 minus m. 3 is the slope of L1 and m is the slope of L3 over 1 plus 3m. And acute angle between L2 and L3 is also theta. So here tan theta will be equal to 1 by 2 minus m. 1 by 2 is the slope of L2 and m is the slope of L3. So tan theta will be equal to absolute value of 1 by 2 minus m over 1 plus 1 by 2 m. So from these two, I get absolute value of 3 minus m over 1 plus 3m is equal to absolute value of 1 minus 2m over 2 plus m. Now, absolute value of this number is same as the absolute value of this number. So, this number will be equal to plus minus of this number. So, here I'll get 3 minus m over 1 plus 3m will be equal to plus minus 1 minus 2m over 2 plus m. First I take the plus sign here and I solve these two. So cross multiply, I'll get 6 plus 3m minus 2m minus m square equals 1 minus 2m plus 3m minus 6m square. That is 6 plus m minus m square equals 1 plus m minus 6m square, and it will give you m square equals to minus 1, which is not possible because m is a real number and square of a real number cannot be negative. Now I take the negative sign, so I'll get 3 minus m over 1 plus 3m will be equal to negative 1 plus 2m over 2 plus m. Cross multiply, I'll get 6 plus 3m minus 2m minus m square equals minus 1 plus 2m minus 3m plus 6m square. That is 6 plus m minus m square equals minus 1 minus m plus 6m square. Transpose all the terms to this side. So I'll get 6m square plus m square minus m minus m minus 1 minus 6. So I'll get 7m square minus 2m minus 7 equals to 0. So this is the quadratic equation in m. So I'll solve this quadratic equation using quadratic formula. So I get the discriminant first using b square minus 4ac. So discriminant is 200. And the roots, that is the value of m, will be given by minus b plus minus root d over 2a. This minus and b is minus 2. So it's minus of minus 2 plus minus square root of 200 over 2a, and a is 7. So I'll get 2 plus minus 10 root 2 over 2 into 7. So value of m will be 1 plus minus 5 root 2 over 7. Next question is, find the equation of line which is equidistant from the parallel lines 9x plus 6y minus 7 equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y plus 6 equals to 0. Let the line 9x plus 6y minus 7 equal to 0 is denoted with L1, and the line 3x plus 2y plus 6 equals to 0 is denoted with L2. Now here you can see 9 over 3, this is 6 over 2, and this is minus 7 over plus 6. So this is 3, this is 3. So A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, not equal to C1 by C2. You learned that this is the condition for parallel lines. You learned this in your class 10th. Now, as L1 and L2 are parallel lines, so coefficients of x and y in these two equations can be made equal. So what I do? I multiply second equation by 3. So I'll get 9x plus 6y plus 18 equal to 0. So now this is L1 and this is L2. And you can see coefficients of x in both the equation is 9 and coefficient of y in both the equation is 6. So here are the two parallel lines L1 and L2 with these equations. Now find the equation of a line which is equidistant from these two parallel lines. Now I need to find a line whose distance from L1 and L2 is equal. So definitely that line will be between L1 and L2, and it will be parallel to these two lines. So let L3 be a line which is equidistant from L1 and L2. Then these three lines will be parallel. Now as L3 is parallel to L1 and L2, so do you agree? Equation of L3 will be of the form 9x plus 6y plus k equals to 0. Because parallel lines, equations of parallel lines differ in their constant term. Now, distance between L1 and L3. Between these two lines. Yes, distance between parallel lines is given by C1 minus C2 over root A square plus B square. Right? Now, equation of L3 is 9x plus 6y plus k equals to 0. So here C1 is minus 7 and C2 is k. And what is A? A is 9 and B is 6. So I'll get minus 7 minus k over square root of 9 square plus 6 square. This is the distance between L1 and L3. Now similarly, the distance between L3 and L2. Yes, here C1 will be K and C2 will be 18. A will be 9 and B will be 6. So I'll get K minus 18 over square root of 9 square plus 6 square. This is the distance between L3 and L2. Now, according to the question, L3 is equidistant from L1 and L2. So do you agree? D1 is equal to D2. So therefore, this will be equal to this. So this will imply absolute value of minus 7 minus k will be equal to absolute value of k minus 18. Now absolute value of this number is equal to absolute value of this number. So this number will be equal to this number or it will be equal to negative of this number. So I get minus 7 minus k will be equal to plus minus k minus 18. So first I take the plus sign here. Minus 7 minus k equals k minus 18. From here minus 2k will be minus 18 plus 7. So I'll get k equals 11 by 2. Now I take the negative sign. So I'll get minus 7 minus k equals minus k plus 18. So this will get cancelled out and I'll get minus 7 equals to 18. This is not possible. So this case is rejected. So the value of k is 11 by 2. So equation of line L3 was 9x plus 6y plus k equals to 0. Put the value of k here. So I get 9x plus 6y plus 11 by 2 equals to 0, which can be written as 18x plus 12y plus 11 equals to 0. So this is the equation of the line which is equidistant from two parallel lines L1 and L2. Next question is, a ray of light passing through the point 1, 2 reflects on the x-axis at the point A, and the reflected ray passes through the point 5, 3. Find the coordinates of the point A. Let's understand this question. A ray of light passing through the point 1, 2. This is the ray of the light which is passing through the point 1, 2. This ray reflects on the x-axis at the point A. This ray strikes the x-axis at the point A, and at this point A, this ray gets reflected. The reflected ray passes through the point 5, 3. This is the reflected ray and it passes through the point 5, 3. Now the question is, what are the coordinates of the point A? Now we are to find the coordinates of the point A. Now as the point A lies on the x-axis, so do you agree its y coordinate has to be 0? So the coordinates of the point A will be of the form h, 0. So we are to find out the value of h. Now let AN be the normal, that is the perpendicular. In your class 7th and in your class 9th, you learnt about laws of reflection. And you learnt that angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Now, angle of incidence is the angle formed between the incident ray and the normal. Now, this is the incident ray and this is the normal. So, angle of incidence will be PAN, that is this angle. angle of reflection is the angle formed between the reflected ray and the normal. So angle of reflection will be QAN, that is this angle. Now because angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, therefore these two angles will be equal. So let each of them be equal to theta. Now I will find out the slope of this line, that is PA. Now P is 1, 2, A is h, 0. Slope is given by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So slope will be 0 minus 2 over h minus 1. That is minus 2 over h minus 1. We also learnt that slope of a line is equal to tan theta, where theta is the angle of inclination. That is the angle formed by the line with the positive direction of x-axis. Now look here. If I ask you, what is the angle of inclination of this line PA? That is the angle formed by this line with the positive direction of x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. It will be this angle, right? So can I say angle of inclination will be 90 plus theta? So slope of the line AP will be given by tan 90 plus theta. This is the angle of inclination of AP. So this should be equal to minus 2 over h minus 1. Now tan 90 plus theta. Yes, 90 plus theta will lie in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, tan is negative and it is 90 into 1 plus theta. So it is an odd multiple of 90. So T ratio will change to its complementary T ratio. So tan 90 plus theta will be minus cot theta. This is equals to minus 2 over h minus 1. So this will imply cot theta is 2 over h minus 1. Let this be our first equation. Now in a similar manner, I'll find out the slope of AQ. Yes, A is h, 0, Q is 5, 3. So this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So slope will be 3 minus 0 over 5 minus h, right? Now if I ask you, what is the angle of inclination of AQ? That is the angle made by the line AQ with positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Do you agree? It is this angle, right? Now, can I say this angle will be equal to 90 minus theta? This is 90. This whole is 90. From this, if I remove this part, I'll be left with this. So, angle of inclination of AQ is 90 minus theta. So, slope will be tan 90 minus theta and it should be equal to 3 over 5 minus h. Yes, you know that tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. So, cot theta will be equal to 3 over 5 minus h. This is our second equation. So comparing 1 and 2, I'll get 2 over h minus 1 equals 3 over 5 minus h. Cross multiply. From here, I'll get h equals 13 over 5. So the coordinates of the point A, h, 0 will be 13 by 5, 0.